Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So happy to see you again. So yesterday we already count the number of the Rupa. So according to Abhidhamma Sangaha, we have 28 Rupas. Okay, 28 materiality, and also according to Dhamma Singani Bali, 7, 27 Rupa. And also this 28 Rupa. So we will focus on the 28 Rupa. These 28 Rupa can be classified or can be grouped into 11. Okay, 11 groups. We already explained yesterday. So for you, it's in the very beginning. I think please take a time to remember these names, okay, these terms. And also, it will be very helpful for you if you remember all of them. So not many, just 28 rupas, okay? And also, these things are not in other place, but within our body, physical body, we can find. So that's why, so trying to find 28 rupas within our body, mostly in the male. For the men, we have 27 rupas. For the ladies, we have 27 rupas. So you can find by yourself. So in this way, it will be very helpful for you to remember or to recognize. Okay? So, and then we go to, yesterday, we go to where? We go to the 4 great elements. Okay, 4 great elements. And also we study the characteristics. And also the idea of the 4 great elements is that we are made up of 4 great elements. So remember that point. We are made up of 4 great elements. Our physical body is made up of 4 great elements. On that 4 great element, consciousness remains. Depending on these 4 great element, consciousness rises. So that's why if you can find 4 great element, then you are very close to find your consciousness. So in the Buddha explained in the Kensu Gopama Sutta. Okay, Kensu Gopama Sutta it belong to the Samyutta Nikaya, Salayadana Vaka Samyutta. Sutta name is Kensu Gopama Sutta. We can English translation they give what the simile of the pear tree, simile of the pear tree. So I don't know whether you have ever seen a kind of pear tree or not. So it has it bears red flowers. Okay, so that sort of in that sutta, the Buddha explained that So with the simile of a city, so there is a city. So in that city there are 6 halls. So and also so at the center of the city, so the owner of the city lived there. Okay. So then the doorkeeper is there. Then doorkeeper, whoever comes from every direction, is directed that they ask where is the owner of the city. Then what he point out is the owner of the city live at the center or at the heart of the city. Okay. Then they trying to go there. They trying to reach there. Then when they reach to the center of the city, then they will see the owner of the city. So in that simile, what the Buddha point out is that the owner or the middle of the city or the hub of the city, the center of the city is nothing but the 4. It is similar to the 4 great elements. Okay, our body is like a city. Okay, and the physical body is like a city, similar to the city. In that city, so 4 great elements are the center or remain at the center of the city. Okay, so on that the city, on that the center of the city, then Vijnana remain there. Vijnana reside there. Okay, so that's why I told you that if you try to find 4 great elements, then within your body, then you can find the Vijnana consciousness as well. So then it means that you come to see Nama and Rupa by yourself. Okay, so that's why. So Jatuma Buddhika is Jatuma Buddha. 4 great elements are very important in our life. So also it remains within ourselves. So it serves at the at the sitting place or at the sitting place for the consciousness or the base of the consciousness. So that's why we trying to investigate, trying to examine our body, physical body, until we find 4 great elements. Okay, so 4 great elements. So in that, with this aim, so I'm trying to explain. Firstly, 4 great elements are there. If you find 4 great elements, then Nama, mentality, that will be easier for you to find it. So in order to be able to see the 4 great elements, what do you need is a mindfulness. Okay, mindfulness. So trying to be mindful. So whatever happened to your body, okay, physical body, then and also it needs the help of the samatha, vipassana, concentration, meditation, and insight meditation. So with the help of the samatha and vipassana, we can easily locate where is 4 great element. Okay, the location of the 4 great element. Then if you find the location of the 4 great element, then it means you find the base of the consciousness. And you can see there, and also how they are functioning. So that is explained in the Kesu Gopama Sutta. So one point I'd like to tell you, one more point is that so there are arahants. Okay, there are arahants whose vision or knowledge become very pure, very purified by seeing. Okay, by seeing the arising of the four great elements, and also by seeing the passing away of the four great elements. So that's why if you really see four great elements together with their nature or the arising in the solution, then it will be very helpful for you to be liberated from the round of the suffering. So it is mentioned in the same Sutta, Kinsu Gopama Sutta. Okay, that Sutta, there is a one man who want to know how our vision, our wisdom is completely, thoroughly purified. Then he approached to one monk and he asked how our vision or knowledge is purified. And some monks they say that, oh, by seeing cis internal bases, the rising of the cis internal bases, so my vision come to be purified. So then in that case, cis internal bases are nothing but what you have in your body, that is what eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. The eye door, ear door, or eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose, tongue, body, and then heart waves. So by seeing these sensitivities, by seeing the arising and the solution of these sensitivity also, some vulnerables they attain enlightenment. We can say enlightenment. In that text they are mentioned, their vision is purified. Then he don't satisfy with that answer, and then he go to another Theta, another venerable, and then ask the same question. And then he replied, oh, by seeing five aggregates, by seeing the rising and cessation of the five aggregates, my vision become completely, thoroughly purified. Then the five aggregate you already know, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Okay, so if we see the rising and ceasing or cessation of these five aggregate also, we can become an arahant. So, and also he don't satisfy. One vulnerable answer this way, one vulnerable answer the other way. Then he go to another vulnerable, and then he asks the same question. Then he explained, for me, by seeing the rising and ceasing or cessation of the four great elements, my vision completely, thoroughly purified. So then he approached to the three basin, get the three answer, and also he continued to go to another basin, another vulnerable, also another answer. So then finally he go to the Buddha and they ask, report that what he had. Then the Buddha said, so people have a different objects. Okay, so by seeing the different objects, and also they see the arising in sensation nature of these objects, they realize. So you are like a person who go and ask about the betel tree. So he have never seen the betel tree, so that's why he go and ask one person. So my friend, what is a better what is the form, the shape, the appearance of the betel tree, and so on. So one person answer like, it is a very black. So another person answer, it is a very dark, very red. So another person answer red. And also another person answer, it is like a banyan tree. And also another person answer like a what? It is like uh, like a like a meat. And so in a different way. So the Buddha explained that Sutta is Rūpapariccheda Sutta. So with this Sutta, I like to, so if you have a time, please try to read that Sutta, also very enlightening. And then with this Sutta, I like to tell you is a 2 point. 1 point is already tell you, and that try to find for Mahabuddha within ourselves. So that 4 great element is the way or the seed or the mind. Okay, and if you see the rising and ceasing of the 4 great element, then you can become a what? Your knowledge and vision will be very, very purified, very pure. So these 2 points I like to highlight in order to encourage you to study 4 great element, not just theoretically, but practically within yourself, within ourselves. We have to find it out. So here, how to find it? So practically, if we practice a meditation, meditation centers, they encourage you, they may encourage you to attain, to practice a samatha meditation, concentration meditation firstly. So with a very, very strong concentration, okay, you will be you will be able to see so the 4 great elements. And then that's why some meditation centers they encourage the meditators to practice until you attain a jhana. Okay, when you attain the jhana, your concentration become a very, very strong. And then with that the concentration, with the help of the concentration, if we direct your mind to each part of your body, suppose you do your forehead, or do your head hair, or do your bone, or do your eye, and so on. So there you can see 4 great elements, one after another. So individually, and also how they are working, how they are rising and dissolving. So also their characteristics, okay, you will see. And also, so in that way, you can practice meditation in order to find, in order to see 4 great element by with your by yourself, okay, in your body as well as outside. Okay? So, but here theoretically, so we have to study characteristic, function, manifestation, proximate cause as well. So here I will share the document that we prepared. So Chinese translation is provided by necessarily Ponyajari. So here, for the Batawi, okay, earth element. How do you have to know the characteristic of the earth element. Okay, so they have their distinctive mark. Each 4 great element, they have their distinctive mark or feature. So we have to see it. We have to, we can see Batawi. For example, if I tell you, Batawi is earth element, then you may try to see the earth. So, but seeing the earth is another, but you are not seeing the Batawi element only, okay, the earth element only. So only when you see the characteristics of the earth element, then that means you really see the earth element. Okay. So earth element has the characteristic of a kekala. Kekala means hardness. So whatever. So if we touch, we can know. Or suppose if we touch a table is hard. Okay. Then we can know through touching. Here, what we have to know through our wisdom eye is not by touching with our body, physical body, but with our wisdom eye. Okay, we're trying to see with a concentrated mind and then focus on the place and then trying to see there. Suppose you focus on your forehead. Okay, you take note. You take your forehead or your hand as a meditation object, and then with that sharp or deep concentration, if you penetrate, okay, then what you can see is the hardness over there on your physical body, not by touching, but through the wisdom eye, through the concentrated mind. So, and also sometimes you can think, you can imagine that, okay, my finger is there, okay, on that finger. So they are accumulation of the many cells, okay, many cells are accumulated there. So to remain in one place, okay, to remain in one place, you need to have something that is hard. Okay, you need to have something that is hard. Only then it can receive. So when it is very soft, okay, or liquid, then it cannot receive. So that's why, suppose if we put rice or water, so then do the container. Okay, you need to have a container. Container is hard. So only when that container is there, then it can receive the other things. So in this way, hardness, nature, characteristic of the hardness, so you can gradually find. So before the seeing the characteristic, then if we look at one thing with a concentrated mind, what appear in our mind is that there is something that receive. Okay, there is something that receive. They are associated or co-arising dhammas. Okay, co-arising entities. Okay, there is something that receive the other things. Okay, so in this way, that Batavi, the earth element, appear or manifest in our mind, in the yogi's mind. So then you can understand that, okay, something that receive the other associated dhamma. Suppose Batavi alone cannot arise. So whenever there is a Batavi, the earth element, then the other also come together. That is Abo, Dejo, Vayo. Okay. Then to receive these Abo, Dejo, Vayo, this should the Batavi, the earth element, serve as a container. Okay. Then to serve as a container, it has a nature of the hardness. Okay, hardness. So in this way, through the manifestation, okay, through the manifestation, as receiving, we are very close to see the characteristic of the Batavi, the earth element, Kekala, hardness, and also how it functions. When you see the earth element, then you have to see how how it functions. The function of the earth element is Padithana rasa. Padithana is the function. It acts as at the foundation, okay, at the basis, okay, for the other dhammas to work together, okay, other dhammas to work together, other great element, three great elements to work together. So then you come to see the foundation at the function of the earth element. And also this earth element, the proximate cause of this earth element is nothing but the other three great elements. That is our body, your wire. Okay, these four great elements are inseparable. Okay, they work together. So one great element is serving or helping, supporting the other three elements to rise. So also three elements support one element to rise. So, and also two elements support another two elements to rise. So in this way, they are mutually supporting one another. Okay, so that's why the three remaining great elements, they are Abodheya Vaya, they are the proximate cause for the rising of the earth element. So in this way, we try to understand the characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause of the earth element. So we have to try to find it out. So in our body, so suppose in our eye also, so you can see in the eye also there remain four great elements. Okay, four great elements are there. So in the ear, in the nose, tongue, body, every part of our body, they are made up of the four great elements. So Patavi element, the earth element is there within our body, physical body. So then next we go to the Abodhatu. Abodhatu is the water element. Okay, the Abodhatu is a water element. So the same we have to find it out in our body. So through the characteristics, okay, where is Abodhatu? So as I explained you here before, so in our body we have many liquids. Many liquids are there. Okay, so like a blood, okay, sweat, and also salivas, and also the urine, and so on. They are liquids. So without liquid, we cannot. Okay, if uh, liquid is also so much, then there is also problem in our life, in our physical body. So liquid so much, then that's why sometimes we have a runny nose. Runny nose. Sometimes heat is so much, then at that time we got a blockage. Okay, blockage. So our nose block and so on. So that's why Abodhatu here is characteristic of Abodhatu is a Bhagarana Lakkhana. Bhagarana means trickling or flowing. We can simply say flowing. So it flows down or flow up. Okay, so that is the flowing. So that one characteristic also we can see through the manifestation, Pachupatthana. So it has it manifests as holding together. Suppose you have many pounders, okay? Pounders are there. So if we have a pounders, then without water, if we don't add any water, they are what? They are flying or they are scattering in the different places. So once we put a drop of water, then what happens? They come together. That's why the arbor do. So when we concentrate and contemplate in our body, we can see that abodhatu is abodhatu appear in our mind as a what? Something that holds many things together. Okay, without abodhatu, our body will be scattered into many pieces. So that's why with the help of the abodhatu, here, this body, physical body, these great elements are stick together. So that's why abodhatu will manifest, will appear in our mind at the holding together. Sangaha. Okay, sangaha. Like it, bruhana, bruhana rasa. Bruhana means to increase, okay, to intensify, okay, to make it bigger and bigger. Okay, so you put something which is hard. So for example, bread. You put the bread into the coffee, into the cup of coffee, then it become what bigger. So also abodhatu. The function of abodhatu is it makes things bigger. Okay. So also this abodhatu is caused by the three remaining great elements. So the next one is that is about the abodhatu. So trying to see characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. So then it will be easy for you to locate or to penetrate the abodhatu within our body. Then next one is the tejo dhatu, fire element. Okay, fire element is there. So it has a characteristic of Omnada. So it is means that the heat. It is a characteristic of the heat. So whatever in our body, we have a heat, body temperature. Okay, body temperature also heat. Okay, and also within our stomach. Like yesterday, I already told you that within our stomach there is a digestive fire. Okay, digestive system is there. So that with that fire, with that heat, so all the food we swallow are cooked. Okay, are cooked. And so that is also heat. And also we have a Jirana Dejo. So every day the heat is burning. Okay, the heat it is burning to our physical body. That's why gradually we are getting or growing older and older. So that is also one of the heat. So whenever or whatever area, suppose when we breathe in, when we practice a meditation, it is very clear to you. When you breathe in, and then sometimes you breathe out. So when you breathe out, then you may put your finger in front of your nose, or sometimes you put your finger in front of your mouth when you speak. Other time, the wind that come out of your mouth or that come out of your nose is you will feel hot. Okay, so then from that thing we can see that there is what Tejo Dhatu within our body. The air we inhale, other than it is cool, but if we uh, breathe out, okay, if we send out of our nose or our mouth, it becomes hot. So that is the characteristic of or Tejo Dhatu. Then that characteristics we can will appear in our mind, or Tejo Dhatu will appear in our mind as what a continued supply of a softness. Madhawa Nubhadana, Madhawa Nubhadana, Pachupatthana. So it will appear in our mind as what? As a softening. Okay. With the heat, it everything become soft. Okay, softened with the heat. Suppose like a, and then you have seen a sort of goldsmith. So when they are making a sort of jewelry, a sort of ornament through the uh, um, through the gold, the other time they have to make a heat. Okay, with the heat, the material become softened or malleable. Okay, and also it become adaptable to what. So also, so with the heat, we can see that it soften. Okay, the coexisting dhammas or co-rising dhammas. So the dhamma that rise together are softened. So it Tejo Dhatu continuously supply the softness. Okay, continuously. So with this, in this way, Tejo Dhatu will appear in our mind, in the practice, in the mind of a practitioner and yogi. Then through the manifestation also we can see, we can understand more about the characteristic of the Tejo Dhatu, that is heat. And then that Tejo Dhatu has a function. What is the function of the Tejo Dhatu? The function of Tejo Dhatu is to make things or to make the co-rising dhammas mature. Okay, mature enough. So with the help of the Tejo Dhatu, maybe it become getting getting mature, getting ripened. So that is the function of the Tejo Dhatu. If you suppose you see a fruit, okay, in a plant there is a fruit. So from the very small, it is not yet matured, but with the heat, with the sunlight, okay, with the sunlight or many other heat from outside, it began getting matured, getting ripened, okay, day by day. I don't know in your place, in your country. So when I was young, so this time we have to pick up mangoes. Okay, this is the season of the mango. Mangoes are there a lot. So we have to pick up before the rain or when it start to rain. So then after that, we have to make it ribbon. In which way? So we have to put into the pot, and then under this we have to give a sort of heat. Okay, so then in the maybe after 1 or 2 days, it became ready to eat. So also in the Asian time, we make the heat is we use the heat in order to ripen the fruits. So also when we pick up a bunch of banana, also like this, we try to make it mature through the heat. So the point I like to tell you is the function of the heat, tejo dhatu, is to make things mature. Here also to make the Patavi, Abo, Tejo, Vaya, this element mature. So in this way, we try to understand the Tejo dhatu, fire element, okay, through the characteristic, function, manifestation, and also proximate cause. Proximate cause is the same. The other three remaining elements are the what? The proximate cause for the Tejo dhatu. So also Vayo dhatu, we go to the Vayo dhatu, wind element. So it is not referring directly to the wind, but it has a something which is a characteristic of a Vaitambana, Vaitambana Lakkhana, Vaitambana characteristic of a Vaitambana, distinguishing here, here mentioned that to swell or to make something swell because of the pressure from inside. Okay, Vaitambana. So Vayo dhatu, it has a Vaitambana Lakkhana. It has a characteristic of a distending, or it trying to make it, trying to make things bigger. Okay, distending, it trying to make a swelling. Okay, trying to make the other things bigger. That is Vayo dhatu, like a balloon. Okay, and then you have seen the balloon. Then when there is no wind, no air inside, the balloon is very, very flattened. There is no wind. Then once we put, we add the wind or air into the balloon, it becomes bigger and bigger in size. So that is the characteristic. The wind element, it became things, it became better. We our body, or this combination of these three elements became bigger and bigger. So that characteristics we can when we trying to see trying to find the characteristics, what will appear in our mind is it appear as the abhinihara. Okay, abhinihara pachupatthana. It manifests or it appears in our mind as something that conveys, okay, something that conveys or something that brings. So with the wind, so whenever there is a wind, it brings. So sometimes the wind brings what? Dust, many leaves as well. Sometimes the wind brings very good things. So that is why. So when you breathe in or in breath and out breath also, you can see the wind. There is the wind. The wind with the wind element. Okay, with the help of the wind element, we get the air from outside. So also we get the air inside, out of our body. So it is like a conveyor. So in the airport, we have a conveyor. So like this, all the things are brought or bring through the help of the wire dhatu. So also within our body, the blood circulation, so the blood is moving from upward or downward, okay, the whole body. So because the wind element conveys, okay, wind element conveys. So that's why when we contemplate the wind element, what appear in our mind is it is a conveying, okay, whatever nature which is a conveying, that is a called, that appear in our mind, it is a called Vayo Dhatu. Okay. Then the function of the Vayo Dhatu is a Samudhirana Rasa. Samudhirana means what? To move, to make something move, to cause a motion. So without the wind, without the air, it will remain, or the things will remain in a place, in a will be fixed in a family fixed on a place. But with the help of the wind, so it moves. So we move our hand, our body, our head, and so on. So our jaw as well. So that is what, with the help of the function of the wind element. Okay, the function of a wind element. So this wind element also does not arise alone. It arises together with or by the support of the three remaining elements. That's why in this way we have to know four great elements every within our body. So these four great elements are very helpful if we can keep in balance within our body. Okay, so but other element is sometimes other element so great, so big, so powerful. The other three are very so low. So in that case, there will be problem. There will be problem. So the same goes with the other three elements as well. So we try to maintain, trying to keep them in balance every day. So trying to drink water, trying to feed trying to feed. Okay, we try to eat. Okay, we eat, we drink, and also we live in a proper suitable temperature environment as well, and also posture. So in this way, all the whole day, the whole days and nights, we try to keep them in balance. If they are not in balance, so we get sick. We got a problem. That's why the Buddha explained in the R.C. Visopama Sutta. Okay, R.C. Visopama Sutta is the simile or the Bible, simile or the venomous venom, R.C. Visa. So very serious venom. Or we can simply say that it is the simile of a snake. Simile of a snake. In that discourse, the Buddha explained four great elements as a four venomous or poisonous snakes. Okay, we feed these four great venomous or poisonous snakes every day. We take care. We provide a and then someday at the proper time we put into the cage and so on. Even though we treat them very well, day and night, both the days and nights, but so when they get angry, when these snakes get angry, they bite. They bite. They make us and they dead. They make us die. Okay, And also they make us to get a serious disease, even if we are lucky enough to live. So also within our body, so our body is made up of these four great elements. So we day and night we trying to take care. Okay, we trying to take care of these four great elements. But even though we take care every day, so sometimes they are not in balance. That's why we got the sick, we got the problem, we got the disease, so on. Sometimes we got a very serious disease. Sometimes that kills the life of the beings. So that's why it's very difficult to take care of great elements. So even though by feeding we cannot remain forever, even though we trying to take care of the body, physical body, days and nights with a very advanced medicines or advanced science and technologies, even though we trying to feed, we trying to take care of them, but one day it will be, it will get angry. Okay, but we get angry, abo, gets angry, Tejo gets angry, Vayo gets angry, then we get a problem. So it make us, it will lead us to the death. So the break up, that's why Kayasa Veda, the breaking up of the four great elements. So the breaking up of the four great elements, that they got death. Okay, we die. So that's why just by taking care, take caring, so we as a human being or as a sentient being, it is customary for us to take care, okay, these four great elements. But at the same time, we have to understand that by taking care, taking complete care, these four great elements, we cannot live forever. So then what do we have to do? We have to make use of it. We have to make use of the body we have. So that is the how should we make use of it? So by understanding, by contemplating, and by seeing the real nature of these four great element characteristics, how this particular earth element is functioning, and also how it, what are the characteristics, and also how it appear in our mind, and so on. Only then we can see completely, we can see clearly that, oh, this earth element is arising, this earth element is dissolving, and so on. So in this way, if we come to realize, so if we come to know the arising and ceasing continuously arising and ceasing nature of these four great elements, then we come to know that, oh, there is, even though we regard this physical body is our own, but actually not our own. This is better it arises depending on the causes, and also when there is no cause, no condition, no supporting condition, they dissolve, they disappear. They just arising and dissolving continuously, happening like this. So, but we, for human beings, for the ordinary beings, we try to regard as I or my or he or she and so on. So in this way, if we come to realize that there is nothing to behold as I or my body or my physical body and so on, then that is the way, that understanding, that realization is the way to escape from the very dangerous, from this very dangerous physical body, okay, from the very dangerous physical body that is made up of the four great elements. It is like a four snakes, poisonous snakes. Whenever they get angry, they are ready to bite us. So that's why. So this understanding will help us to be liberated from the now repeated birth and death, repetition of the birth and death. So in that case, so there will be no Batawi, no Abo, no Dejo, no Wayo. So this progress element cannot take place. So that is Nibbana. Okay. So in that, so for that purpose we trying to study Abhidhamma. Okay. And also firstly we start to see progress elements, and also so as the Buddha explained in the Kesu Gopama Sutta. So you trying to see this progress element with the sati, and also with the practice of the samatha, vipassana, and also by following the instruction of the Eightfold Noble Path, then you will see these progress element, the rising and dissolving of the progress element. And also, at that time, you will be able to see the mind, the consciousness that arise depending on the four great elements. So then that will be the way to be liberated from the round of the suffering. So today, what we finish is about the four great elements together with the characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. So this understanding, if you study more, and also if you contemplate or if you practice meditation, that understanding will be strengthened. I think. I hope you trying to understand more about these four great elements in your life. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much for listening. Jiran Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiran Daitadu, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.